University of Metro, 4th semester. In this opportunity, I would like to tell you and explain about public speaking. This is a assignment for final exam from my lecture named Faliyanti for public speaking course. Okay, for the first article, I will explain about the definition of public speaking. The first, from article Wikipedia, the definition about public speaking. Public speaking, also called oratory or oration, is the process or action of performing speech to a live audience. Public speaking is commonly understood as formal, face-to-face speaking of a single person to a group of listeners. However, to due evolution of public speaking, it is modernly viewed as any form of speaking, formally and informally, between an audience and the speaker. Traditionally, public speaking was considered to be a part of the art of persuasion. The action can accomplish particular purpose, including to inform, persuade, and entertain. Additionally, differing method, structure, and rules can be utilized according to the speaking situation. Public speaking was developed in Rome and Greece. Prominent thinkers from these lands influenced development of evolutionary history of public speaking. Currently, technology continues to transform the art of public speaking. Through newly available technology such as video conferencing, multimedia presentation, and others non-traditional forms. And the second, from definition public speaking, according to Templeton and Fitzgerald, a city in Ye and Abidin 2040, public speaking is having the speaker to stand before the audience to deliver speech in structured manners with the purpose of either persuade, inform, or entertain the audience. It is a process or action to performing a speech a group of people and structure in order to inform, influence, and entertain the listener. This activity trains students with confidence in public speaking, regularly helps students reduce the anxiety. Okay, the second article, from article Foundation of Public Speaking, I get material about develop of specific communication skills. Whatever your reason for studying public speaking, this course will enable you to develop, improve a variety of communication skills, such as how to listen carefully and critically in order to understand and evaluate what others say. To decide what you want, speak about. 3. Select what to say. 4. Find the material for speech by examining your own experience, consulting with others, using the internet, and visiting libraries. 5. Think critically about what you read and observe so that you will reason soundly when addressing your audience. 6. Organize speech to make it clear, coherent, sensible, and effective. 7. Use language skillfully to convey both meaning and mood. 8. Your voice and your body to present yourself and your message an effective, compelling way. 9. Overcome to speech anxiety and use any nervousness to your advantage. 10. Use visual face to message. 11. And the last, understand and benefit from reaction to your speech so that the audience respond help improve your skills. So you are taking part in very old, valuable academic transmission focused on critical thinking. Article Recipe Boutique Educational Officery have material about how can I develop public speaking skill. 1. Prepare. Before you get on the stage, spend some time putting your speech together such that it flows logically, interspersed with stories, anecdote, and famous quote to make it interesting and keep your audience hooked your talk. 2. Put your best foot forward. Know your strength and weakness and try to use strength for advantage for delivering material. 3. Tailor your speech according to your audience. A good speaker always keep the audience in mind while preparing the speech. You want to edit your talk to suit the demographic that you are addressing. For example, when speaking in front of the class full of students, you have to be relatively informal and funny, whereas you need to formal, smart, while your presentation on front of your directors. 4. Practice. Practice makes perfect. We have heard these quotes multiple times and I cannot emphasize enough on it is important before delivery actual speech. Practice it is from your friends or mirror. 5. Identify your speaking patterns. All of us have certain speaking habits, but we repeat without even realizing it. While some of them are good habits, like saying "excuse me" after coughing or sneezing, others like using they are not good for public speaking. So identify your good and bad speaking patterns and get rid for the bad ones. 6. Assess your performance. The best way to excelling anything is to keep assessing performance for time to time and improve your phonics. I would advise to you listen accorded fashion or your speech and take a note in areas need your take a note. 7. Smile. Who like a cross dual speaker? Smile every time you're on the stage. It benefits you multiple ways. You feel good and confident for yourself and your audience, excited when you're in the front of. 8. Keep your talk short and sweet. Do you like when teacher or boss go on and or probably not. To avoid committing the same mistake as them, keep your speech brief. 9. Make eye contact with your audience. This is a great way to giving your audience input while you're speaking. Also makes you look confident, and this is a good quality. 10. Be energetic. Nobody likes speaker who dulls during his talk. So try to maintain an electric energy level while speaking, and enthusiasm is contagious to your benefit. And from this article too, I get material about why public speaking is important. 1. Build your self-confidence. 2. Foster leadership. 3. Develop critical thinking. 4. Cultivates spontaneity. 5. Increases amenability. 6. Grows knowledge base. 7. Maximize interview skills. From article, the benefit and necessity of public speaking education, research by Tony Dokan and Morgan and Laura L. Nilsson from University L. Consett L. Krauss. They said have other personal benefits of public speaking include 1. Increase self-confidence. 2. Improve communication skill. 3. Increase organization skill. 4. Greater social influence. 5. Enhance ability to listen. 6. Greater possibility of meeting new people. 7. Lesser anxiety and fear when speaking in front of others. 8. Improve your memory. 9. Enhance persuasion ability. 10. Greater control over emotion and body language. So, studying public speaking and enhance self-confidence will directly relate to desired personality characteristic. It strengthens your capacity for critical thinking, essential for cognitive capability. Enhance learning skill of adaptability and openness to feedback, as well as ability to improve your constructive feedback to others. Choosing to invest studying public speaking is strong evidence of motivation skills. Coach and Sliger physically identify motivating, influencing, and influencer of audience, and as component of leadership skill necessary inhibiting leadership potential. This is directly addressed in the study of public speaking. From Journal of Economics, Management and Informatics about basic of public speaking. In Business School of Applied Studies have 4 types of speech, which are most often and encountered in the business and private life, and that we will definitely use with more or less practice. 1. Call to action speech. Characteristics of this type of speech are that it is usually much more energetic speech, followed by largest gesture, high tone, and often faster or variable tempo of spelling out the word and the like, by which directly encourage our listeners to do something or make a decision in this company. 2. Informatic speech looks completely different from the previous one, followed by a milder, slightly slowly tempo which is kept all the time because then actually talk like television announcer who read the news. Tone of the voice is not too strong. Voice serious and noisy. This type of speech is not reflected by energetic presentation because it actually only transformation. 3. Speech for persuading. This type of speech is accompanied by greater closeness with the audience, reliably, prefer classical promiscuously, high tone voice, and addressing inner being and their emotion. Sometimes you can use a slightly stronger tone, but certainly not as strong as in call to speech because persuading understand cannot be done with the trouble of takes the listener, but the speech creates positive reaction and confidence. And the last, commemorative and AVP type. This type of speech, however, completely from the three previous type of speech and but the specific rules here it should be noted than the rhetoric of the public speaking by itself is certain rules. Of course, the same rules applies to almost every type of speech and for every situation, except for this. For the kind speech, this speech look like different from the speech and not different in terms energy, pace, tone, and etc. Because three because they almost can choose whatever they want, but the different only one detail and that the way during of the speech. Okay, for the last article, from article Stand Up, Speak Out, the Practice and Ethics of Public Speaking, from University of Minnesota Library Publishing Edition 2060. This edition adapted from work originally produced in 2011 by a publisher who has requested that is not receive attribution. Minneapolis. Okay, I will explain about communication code of ethics in public speaking. Therefore, we, the member of the National Communication Association, endorse and are committed the practicing following principles and ethical communication. 1. We advocate truthfulness, accuracy, honesty, and reason assertion and integrity of communication. 2. We endorse freedom of experience, diversity of perspective, and tolerance of dissent to achieve informed and responsible decision making fundamental to a civil society which strive 3. We strive to understand and respect other communicators before evaluating and responding to their message. 4. They promote access to communication, research, and opportunity as necessary to fulfill, contribute to the well-being of communication and society. 5. We promote communication climates of caring and mutual understanding of the respect and unique from the characteristic individual character. 6. We condemn communication that we create individual and humanity through distortion, intimidation, coercion, and influence, and through the experience of intolerance and hatred. 7. We are committed to the courage experience of personal conviction and pursuit of awareness of this time. And 8, we advocate sharing information, option, and privilege, and facing significant choice while also respecting privacy and confidentiality. 9. We accept responsibility for the short and long-term consequence of our communication and expect the same of others. Okay, thank you for watching this video. I'm sorry if I have many mistakes. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.